Hi you guys, it's Felicia Yates again. I'm with the Fort Worth Police Department. My last video, I told you guys that next time I was going to talk about what it was like to be in the police academy and kind of what you could expect. We had 30 people in my academy class. There were 3 women and the rest were men, and most of them except for 5 of us were all military, which was interesting. I think it brought some structure to our class, and the academy is pretty much structured paramilitary already. Singing cadence while you're running, and that was total shell shock for me. I'd never been around military folks. I'd never had to sing while running. Trying to prepare myself physically for the academy was a challenge. I thought that I was in decent shape. Really, I don't think anything can prepare you for the just sheer physicalness of the academy and running and sit-ups, push-ups. Those things you really need to prepare yourself when entering the academy. It's just to make sure that you're in the best physical shape that you can be. Of course, they're always going to help you and push you, and that's the good thing about having an academy class full of military, because they pushed you to do things when you didn't think that you were able to do them. It was different for me, being about 24 years old and trying to relearn how to study, and physically, all of it was different. There were 3 of us women in the academy, and the 3 of us are still friends today, which is always pretty neat to have. Actually, one of my friends in the academy that was also a woman, she and I were partnered up together once we hit the streets, and so that was very interesting to be able to go 6 months and get to know someone, and then when you're cut loose as a police officer, getting to spend those first few months with somebody that you're comfortable with and familiar with was a blessing for me. The academy itself is structured just like, I would say, college. You have class, you learn all different things that pertain to your job, not only the laws, but the ordinances, the way Fort Worth Police Department does things. And you also had a PT time. So in the mornings you're doing physical training, you're doing defensive tactics to learn how to defend yourself and protect yourself if needed out on the street. And then you have class for the rest of the day, which was good for me. It was something totally different, and while you're still learning things about the city and about the police department, you're really having to put forth the effort to study just like you would a college course. The first day was overwhelming. You're nervous and you're scared, you're maybe a little apprehensive as to what to expect. You hear stories of, oh, they're going to be mean and they're going to push you like in the military and they're going to be in your face like a drill instructor, and it's true. All of those things are true. And so it was very different from someone who was in the private sector coming into a structured environment like that. But I will tell you, that first day leads to the second day, which leads to the first week and the first month. You make it through all of those things, and it makes you a stronger person at the end. My greatest physical challenge in the academy, I think, was just the mental block of wondering if I could do some of the things physically that some of the men were able to do. I knew that I was never going to be as strong as the men in our class. But when we were dragging tires as we're running, or we're dragging dummies, or we're running levees, and you think, okay, you're at the point where you just don't know if you can go any further, the fact that you find the mental strength to do that is really, I think, my greatest accomplishment in the academy, was just being pushed by my classmates, that camaraderie to make you believe in yourself enough to get through it. 30 started our class and 30 graduated our class. And that was one great accomplishment. We didn't lose anybody, but we also had the mentality of not leaving anybody behind. It was very important for us to start together and finish together, because at the time when I went through the academy, they really pushed the bonding as a group. I am good friends with several of my academy classmates, and we just celebrated our 16-year anniversary, and so that's always a huge accomplishment. Now, we did have several people that left the department and went on to do other things. However, some of them have come back. And I told you guys in my last video that I had a 5-year-old son when I started the police academy, and that was a challenge for me. I was a single mom with the support of 2 wonderful parents. I got very lucky, because my mom and dad were able to keep my son while I attended the police academy, because the academy is an all-day event. You usually are there at 6 o'clock in the morning for us, and we did not finish until 4 and 4:30 in the afternoon. But your day doesn't end there. I mean, you have to study and you have to prepare for tests and you have to make sure that you're doing everything you can to mentally prepare yourself for that next day. So having a child that was just starting school, he started kindergarten, I was blessed with a family support system. However, I had friends too that would offer to help with Garrett and keep him or let him have play dates with their kids while I was able to study. And like I said in my last video, if you are a single parent and you think that the police department is really a career that you would like to explore, I would encourage you to do that. We are a family within this department, and once you get in, you will see that you make friends and a relationship with people who will help you with children and childcare, or they can recommend to you childcare that would be great for your particular situation. So I would encourage you, if this is something that you really have a desire to do, don't let being a single parent, or maybe you're new to town and don't have family here, you can always explore options to help you with childcare issues. You know, being a single parent trying to navigate a brand new career, one good thing about the Fort Worth Police Department is you are given benefits and you have vacation time and you have sick time, and as a new officer you have family time. And so my son was into baseball, and he played from the time he was 5 years old until he was 20 years old. When I first started, I was on evening shift with Tuesday, Wednesdays off. I worked from 2 o'clock in the afternoon till 10 o'clock at night. So all of his activities fell during the time that I was at work. But I burned every stitch of vacation time I had those first few years because family was always the most important thing to me. And so I was able to, through the benefits we have through the city, burn those vacation days to watch my son play ball or to attend his school functions. And that's something too that if you think about, the benefits that we're giving are so great that it allows you to still do things with your family and not miss out on those important milestones to you or your children. One good thing about the Fort Worth Police Academy is they pay you to go through their academy. It's set up just like college would be, and you're employed, and so your benefits kick in while you're in the academy. You're paid a very good salary, you have benefits, you have weekends off, you have holidays off. So for the 6 or 7 months that you're in the academy, you're able to still have those times with your family and the weekends off and get to enjoy those things before you hit the street and go into shift work. You know, graduating the police academy was just such an honor for me. It was a wonderful experience. Seeing our families there, having the chief of police hand you your badge and tell you welcome to the Fort Worth Police Department and the family that we are here was a humbling experience and something that I really don't think sometimes I could put into words how good it felt for me to have made it through the academy, have made it to graduation, and then you're standing there in a police uniform with all of your friends and classmates beside you, and you realize that you're part of something bigger. If you guys have any questions or comments, or you want to just ask me any question, it doesn't necessarily have to be about the academy or what we're dealing with in this particular video. Make sure you throw them down in the comments section, and I'll be happy to address those in a future video. My next video is going to be about field training and what you can expect there. And until then, I'm Felicia Yates, and I am the Fort Worth Police Department.